Alright guys, so day 2, part 2 of the 70 Buick Wildcat wheel well rebuild. Alright guys, so what I got here, this is the left wheel well. So most of this is going to be the same as the right wheel well, it's just the reverse side. So what I want to do is come in here and I take a straight piece of metal. Well, I straighten it out. It comes off the tool that I use. So the tool that I use to cut my metal, it leaves that little strip in the middle, and I like to use them because they're thin enough and easy to flex and shape that I can you know, get shape of different patterns that I need. So alright guys, so if you see here, I just used the vice grip clamp there. And all I want to do is get the shape of this. So now I just want to cut up me some metal and I just want to bend these down. Now guys, I'm gonna tell you, when I get through with this, it's gonna be nice, strong, and sturdy. It's gonna look good, but some of these angles might not be exact. But all I'm trying to do is get this wheel well in good enough condition that it's gonna hold my fender in place. And be pretty, you know, strong and sturdy. And you won't see most of this anyway on that other side because, for one, the battery tray sits in here, and that's normally why that routed out, because of the acid probably of the batteries or whatever. Then I could put that piece on what was left that was routed out, and that's fitting perfect, guys. Alright, so I folded this up some, but all I did was put a mark here, where I want this to end. Then I just bend this up and put a mark here. But like I said, you could use a tape measure. My tape measure that I would use for this is down in the basement. I don't feel like going down there, so. Alright, so I got this piece cut out. So what I want to do is just put a couple of marks where I want to bend this at. Then I want to come in and I just want to slit this so this will bend a little easier. Alright, so I want to sit this in here. I say, if you need to, guys, you can make the line come all the way across so you know where to sit this in here, but I have a decent eye that I can kind of figure this out. Alright, so seeing the fact that these bends are looking alright, but I gotta get this bent all the way down the way I want it. So I might have to take it back over to the vise, but maybe just maybe I can get this to bend here the way I want it. Trying to get this to bend down. That's almost there. I'm gonna have to take it over to the vise. This needs to bend down just a little bit more. So let me take it over to the vise, guys. So you see what I was doing to the vise, you just clamp it down and bend it the way you want it, but I'm gonna have to work on this some more because I want both sides to fit down flush like it is on this. I want both sides to fit down flush like it is on this. Over here it's not where it needs to be, so I need to bend this down a little more and maybe this end up a little more. Alright, so without even clamping this in the vise, all I did was laid it up on there, and this was hitting the back side and just kind of got that to bend in. So that's good there, guys. That's good. So now I got to just fit the other side up. You know, this side was probably for this side, but they both the same, guys. So I just got to get both of these bent up the way I want them. All right, so sometimes you just got to get creative there. And I'll screw that in there to hold this in place. Make sure it's not going to be moving on me here, guys. But all right, so I'm going to come in now and start doing a little welding. Piece by piece, one piece at a time, guys. I'm telling you, one piece at a time. All right, guys, so first off, I know all welders know, but you gotta come up with a nice unrusted bare metal surface when you're getting ready to weld, guys. Gotta do this whole wheel weld like that one day, guys, when I get ready to, before I paint this baby. Alright, so you gotta have that good, clean, bare metal contact surface, guys. Alright, guys, so let me come in here. See, I got the magnets there. I put the stronger magnet over here. So what I'm gonna start off doing, guys, I'm gonna tack here. Now this corner is overlapping, so I'm gonna have to cut that out still. After I'm gonna tack here, I'm gonna tack here, I'm gonna tack here, here, and here, and get this in place. Now this piece is routed out. That's why I had these pieces a little long so I could bend this over and cut up into here when I cut this out for the center section. So using that new cutting cutting wheel, I had to put the tape on there as you seen in the first video, so I cut on the wrong line, just too dark, I couldn't see. That thing is massive, so got to get used to using that, but it is going to come in handy on some of the work I got coming up on the convertible with cutting off the quarter panels and stuff. So that's why I got that. I think it's going to be easier to use than the other cutting wheel that I got. So, all right, guys, let me come in and fire this welder up here. All right, I'm gonna come in here. Now these are not welding gloves, guys, but I'm gonna use them anyway. Alright guys, so I had to put my welding gloves on here. Spark got through and I'm like, yeah, I don't want all those little burn marks on my hand. So anyway, I had to adjust, because I haven't used the welder in so long, I had to adjust the settings on there. So I have to set up a test panel, but let me come on in and get this thing welded up. Alright guys, so I got this first part on here. So now this is tight here. So I'm going to take a little cutting saw and I'm going to open this up. Alright, so I want to just get in here. Alright, so I want to actually take this both ways. Alright, so I want this to angle down some. So there we go. Alright, so with that, I do got to come in here now and cut this one more time. Alright, now come in and set a tack. Clean all of these welds all the way up. I kind of leave them a little thick on the back side because I want to go in and grind down and weld and see what the other side, how it looks, and if it's any spots where it's pinholes. Because see, some of this, guys, when you be doing this with this old metal, it's easy to burn through. So I have to play with this a little bit, guys. You know, if I blow a hole, I gotta tack, then I weld it all in together. So it's not as easy, you know, welding with rusted metal. You know, even though this metal is nice and solid, that's why I decided to, but it's still thin, you know, from being rusted out, guys. So but I clean this on up later, but I just want to leave it there until I get everything in and make sure that this ain't flexing and cracking. It will look like this here when I'm done. So alright, let me come head to the next step. Alright, so the reason I left that a little thick on the bottom, because I come in now and all these little spots that I might think it's a pinhole or a thin spot, after I clean this side up, I come in and weld all of this up and grind it down one last time, then I can smooth out the back side. But you don't really see it, so I don't, but I'm going to do it just to show you how it can be done. If you're a perfectionist and you worried about, you know, everything being perfect, but it takes a little time. That's why I'm not filming all of this, guys. But just coming through, I'm going to weld all of this up on this side now. Make sure I got good penetration. I'm going to turn the welder up a little higher, you know, because now I can do that because I got quite a good weld onto the old weld. So in the middle, I can turn it up and make sure I got a nice solid weld throughout there, guys. All right.